Our heat wave continues, which means a lot of families are spending time in the water. Teaching your children water safety, of course, very important, as the CDC notes that swimming lessons can reduce the risk of drowning by 88%.
That's significant. So a new swim school just opened its first location in Germantown, Maryland. And here to tell us all about it and also give us some water safety tips is two-time Olympic gold medalist Tom Dolan. Welcome to Great Day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Great to be with you all.
This is great timing for us. We're a week away from the Olympics. Does this just bring back all the memories this time of year?
It does. I mean, a couple things. It makes me feel old, for sure.
We didn't say when you won those gold medals.
But a lot of awesome emotions. I've got four little ones at home, and so happily it helps me as dad that it's a real thing and not a made-up story long before they were born that really happened. So for maybe a 2-week span, they'll listen to me a little bit better, and I'll take that win.
Yeah. How excited are you to see Ledecky and the Team USA this year?
So excited. I feel like this is always that time, too, where I have to remind a whole region. I was fortunate enough to grow up here. I swam here my whole career. Love being with you all and talking to everybody, to remind everybody that our region is not normal, that we always have swimming Olympians. Like, it's not like that normally. So I hope we appreciate the Katie Ledeckys, the Tori Huss, the Phoebe Bacons.
Oh, it's going to be
just
so
an amazing time.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, this is exciting. I know that for you, too, you've not strayed far from the water. You are part of this new pool that just opened in Germantown, right? And it's teaching kids how to do what you love, and that's swim.
Yeah, so I think, you know, funnily enough, with the Olympics around, my career, still in touch with what I love, what I did when my parents let me out of the house when I was 5 years old, still in touch with the water. But I think the beauty now is I'm on the grassroots side. I think the elite side and the Olympics and everything that we love about it was amazing for me. I was fortunate enough to be a part of it. My true passion and love, though, is educating communities. And so for our swim school that we just opened July 8th in Germantown, Maryland, that's our first one in Maryland, our 6th one in the DMV. We have 5 throughout Virginia. And obviously near and dear to my heart in this area, having grown up here. But I think also just the education for the community is a lot of it is awareness, just being aware of being safe around the water and pausing for a second on how fast our kids can get to the other side and actually making sure that they're safer on the water, that they learn the proper techniques. It's just an amazing thing to be able to provide to the community.
Yeah.
What is kind of the best way just to get started to learn to swim?
Sure, I think that, you know, the awareness that education and the awareness brings together of having a swim school in your area. When I grew up, we just kind of learned how to get to the other side as fast as possible.
Right.
And then you learned how to swim afterwards, right? So I always say to parents, the first thing is our background is all different. So not all of us grew up as swimmers. And I think our main job in the world is to protect our little ones, right? And to provide for them. And I think sometimes it's kind of out of their normal repertoire of thought as a parent to get their kids ready to swim. So my first piece of advice always is kind of the awareness and education of being safe around the water is so important. Easy to talk about in the summer because we're around our pools, lakes, rivers, beaches, but actually learning to swim is a year-round process, right? Until they develop those skills, we want to make sure that you're getting your child in and around the water, getting them acclimated, having them trust what's happening, their balance in the water, their buoyancy in the water. The more they can trust that, the more fun they're going to have. The more fun our kids have, the more they learn.
I also like one of your tips for staying safe is have a water watcher.
I like that.
For sure.
I liked that because you're out talking and you just
chit-chat with
That's
your
exactly
friends.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the quick acronym that I can share with you guys that we always use is SAFER when we educate our families.
Okay.
That being safe around the water means having a buddy with you, right? So swimming with a buddy, having a water watcher. We as parents kind of can't take for granted that our kids are just playing around there. The A is acquiring CPR first aid as parents, so we're ready to help them. The F is making sure that we're finding those hazards around the water. So making sure if we have a backyard pool that we have a fence, right? That we don't have toys around that's gonna maybe draw the little ones in without our watching. The E is always my favorite one, which is enroll in swim lessons. And at the end of the day, we have to educate them, right? Learning to swim is a process that we need to get started at young age. And that R is rapid response, making sure that we're aware if there's an emergency to call 911 and really be on top of that.
Yeah. Thank you for all the tips today. Kristen, hand me that gold
I was
medal.
going to say, we had to showcase.
We waited way longer than I thought for you guys to get the medals out and try them on.
I got Atlanta 1996 right here. Oops, there's only a silver left.
Oh,
we got the gold.
We're the gold medalists now. To learn more about the swim lessons, you can go to bigblueswimschool.com. This is so cool.
This is awesome.
Awesome to be with you guys.
We're
Thanks
gold
for having me.
medalists.